Hare Krishna. We continue reading from Teachings of Queen Kunti. We are on chapter 13, which is in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, chapter 8, text 30. Of course, it is bewildering, O soul of the universe, that you work, though you are inactive, and that you take birth, though you are the vital force and the unborn. You yourself descend among animals, men, sages, and aquatics. Verily, this is bewildering. So we have been reading the purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. We continue reading. But even the great things men can manufacture in the modern age are still not the greatest things man has created. We have information from the Srimad Bhagavatam that Kardama Muni, the father of the great sage Kapiladev, manufactured a huge plain that resembled a great city. It included lakes, gardens, streets, and houses, and the whole city was able to fly all over the universe. We had been reading, just a few weeks ago, we have been reading about this in Bhagavatam. So the point is, we are thinking now, oh, I'm creating a fast plane or fast, very sophisticated things. But in the past, men have created even greater things, like this whole huge plane, which is, it's just like a city, garden, streets, houses. In that plane, Kardama Muni traveled with his wife and showed her all the planets. So not only going within this earth, but going all over the universe. He was a great yogi, and his wife Devahuti was the daughter of Swayambhuva Manu, a great king. Kardama Muni had desired to marry, and Devahuti told her father, my dear father, I want to marry that sage. Thus Swayambhuva Manu brought his daughter to Kardama Muni and said, Sir, here is my daughter. Please accept her as your wife. She was a king's daughter and was very opulent. But when she joined her austere husband, she had to serve so much that she became lean and thin. In fact, even with insufficient food, she was working day and night. Thus, Kardama Muni became compassionate. This woman who has come to me is a king's daughter, he thought. But under my protection, she's not receiving any comfort. So I shall give her some comfort. Thus he asked his wife, what will make you comfortable? A woman's nature, of course, is that she wants a good house, good food, fine garments, good children, and a good husband. These are woman's ambitions. Thus, Kardama Muni proved to her that she had received the best husband. By yogic powers, he created for her this great airplane and gave her a big house with maidservants and all opulences. Kardama Muni was merely a human being, but he could perform such wonderful things by yogic powers. So Krishna, however, is Yogeshwar, the master of all yogic powers. If we get a little mystic power, we become important. But Krishna is the master of all mystic powers. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that wherever there is Yogeshwar Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the master of all mystics, and wherever there is Arjuna, who is also known as Partha or Dhanurdhara, everything is present. So Yogeshwar. So here we hear how Kardama Muni, he made a flying city with such opulence. We in modern times, we are trying to make fast airplanes. Kardama Muni could travel all over the universe. But who's the master of all the mystics? That's Krishna, Yogeshwar. Yogeshwar. We get a little bit of power. We get a little bit of creative, creative potency. We get a little bit of this ability to create. We become very puffed up. I'm so great. I produced this. I created this. But Krishna, he's the master of all mystic powers. All mystic powers come from him. He's making the planets float like this. In spite of all the gravity on the earth, then the earth is moving so fast around its axis and revolving so fast, but we don't feel a thing. It's something to think about. How come we don't feel? The earth is moving on its axis. At the same time, it's revolving around the sun. We should be going crazy dizzy, but we don't. This is Krishna's mystic power. This is Krishna's arrangement. So in Bhagavad Gita, Sanjay says that wherever there is Krishna and wherever there is Arjuna, everything is present there. So we should always remember that if we can keep ourselves always in company with Krishna, we shall attain all perfection. And especially in this age, Krishna has incarnated as the holy name. Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar, Caitanya Charitamrita Adi-Lila, 17.22. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Nam Nam Akari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrarpita Niyamata Smaranena Kalaha. So Krishna has incarnated himself in this Kali Yuga as the holy name. Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. So Krishna takes avatar in the every age, but in Kali Yuga, how he has come? He's come as his holy name. His holy name is here. We are chanting his holy name, and this is Krishna. And if we keep ourselves in company with Krishna, if we always remember Krishna, then we shall attain all perfection. Then when we say of all perfection, it does not mean anything to do with matter. Why? Because we are not matter. We are the souls. So whenever it is said about perfection, it is for we, the souls, our true position. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying in Sikshashtaka, my dear Lord, you are so kind that you're giving me your association in the form of your holy name. And this holy name can be chanted in any situation. There are no hard and fast rules for chanting Hare Krishna. One can chant Hare Krishna anywhere. Children, for example, also chant and dance. It is not at all difficult. While walking, our students take their beads with them and chant. Where is the loss? But the gain is very great. For by chanting, we associate with Krishna personally. Suppose we were to associate personally with the president. How proud we would feel. Oh, I am with the president. So should we not feel very much proud if we were to associate with the supreme president who is able to create many millions of presidents like those of this world? This chanting is our opportunity to do so. Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Etadrishi tava kripa bhagavan mamapi. My dear Lord, you are so kind to me that you are always prepared to give me your association. Durdevam idrishaham ihajani nanu ragaha. But I'm so unfortunate that I do not take advantage of this opportunity. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying to the Lord, my dear Lord, you're so kind. You're giving me your association in the form of your holy name. Krishna is absolute. Absolute means there is no difference between himself and his name. So his name is he himself. And Krishna is saying there is no hard and fast rules for chanting my holy name. You know, sometimes when you do Gayatri, for example, only Brahmanas can chant. You have to be purified. You have to put on your, you have to have showered, chant on your sacred. I don't even know all the formalities of it since I don't have it. But any other mantra, there are so many restrictions that we need to do before we actually chant that. But the Hare Krishna mantra, no restriction, anywhere, anytime, any situation. There's no hard and fast rules. One can chant while walking, Srila Prabhupada is saying. What is the loss? But the gain is we are associating with the Supreme Lord. With the Supreme Lord. And Prabhupada is saying, if we were to associate with the president, we would say, oh, wow, so great, I met with the president. Here, we have an opportunity to associate with the creator of all the presidents. But yet we are like, oh, no, I don't want to chant. So that's why Lord Chaitanya is saying, you are so kind that you are prepared to give me your association. Lord Chaitanya is telling Krishna in his prayers, Shikshastakam. But I am so fortunate that I do not take advantage of this opportunity. I'm unfortunate that you are here waiting to associate with me. I'm like, no, I have many other I'm very busy. I have many other things to do. Our Krishna consciousness movement is simply requesting people chant Hare Krishna. There was a cartoon in some newspaper that depicted an old lady and her husband sitting face to face. The lady is requesting her husband, chant, chant, chant. And the husband is answering, can't, can't, can't. So in the same way, we are requesting everyone, please chant, chant, chant. But they are replying, can't, can't, can't. This is their misfortune. Still, it is our duty to make all such unfortunate creatures fortunate. That is our mission. Therefore, we go into the street and chant. Although they say can't, we go on chanting. That is our duty. And if somehow or other we place some literature in someone's hand, he becomes fortunate. He would have squandered his hard-earned money in so many nasty, sinful ways. But if he purchases even one book, regardless of the price, his money is properly utilized. This is the beginning of his Krishna consciousness. Because he gives some of his hard-earned money for the Krishna consciousness movement, he gets some spiritual profit. He's not losing, rather, he is gaining some spiritual profit. Therefore, our business is somehow or other to bring everyone to this Krishna consciousness movement so that everyone may spiritually profit. So here, Srila Prabhupada is saying that's the mission. That's the mission of the Krishna consciousness movement, to make everyone this opportunity to revive the original consciousness. And then Prabhupada is saying we are requesting people to chant, but people are like, no, I don't want to chant. Yet the devotees go on chanting, go on distributing books, go on giving Krishna to everyone. Because even if one does a very tiny thing, just one little thing, then the Krishna consciousness that's the beginning. That's the beginning. They will be situated on the original Krishna consciousness. It's just a matter of time then. So that's why it is Yare Dekha Tare Kaha Krishna Upadesh. And Srila Prabhupada is showing us practically. Give everyone books, talk about Krishna, give prasad, go Sankirtan. Now we have the internet, give Krishna to everyone. Make everyone fortunate, because we are not the body. We are all eternally Krishna conscious. That's our original position. Is that okay?
Yes.
So beautifully what we have been speaking about today, again, we are hearing about the same thing today. And this prayer, this purport of Srila Prabhupada. Did you want to add anything?
No, it is so perfect.
Okay, thank you so much for listening and joining in. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Kunti Maharani ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna.